It's honeymoon time! Hello, welcome to another Figma review. Today we're going to have a look at the Figma number 139. It is Leonmitchelli Galette de Rois. We got Italian last time, we got French this time. This is not a figure from Dark Days. Don't know anything about Dark Days, but I bought the two of them because they're cute. You have the dog on one side for Milior, and now we got a more feline-like character from the Galette Lion Army, the leader actually, curvy, mix of casual clothes and armor, which I really like the design. And again, it's a cat, and I like cats. Let's have a look. Can I just say that I really dig this feline look? There's a lot that goes into it, and more on that in a second. She stands at about 13, almost 13 and a half centimeters to the top of her head, which means we're going up to, let me line up this ruler real quick, 5.2 inches tall. For your size comparisons, I got Figma Jolter, Figma Miglior Firiano Biscotti, which I recently reviewed, Nendoroid Arale with the cat ears, and Storm Collectibles Dark Side. So I just took the cape off because it's getting on my nerves already. It's not done greatly, I feel like. You have this pack which you get with the figure, so if you don't want to use the base, you can still attach the cape. But that's the only way to attach it, basically, to a hole in her back. And the thing about it is, like, it's already so thick over here, so it always will stand out a little bit. And just, I don't know, the way it's done. And also the paint. You can already see some kind of scratches on there a little bit. So the paint is not really durable. And still, you know, it's an okay cape. You have some ball hinges over there. I'll just get the cape out of the way right now. I have the ball hinges so you can bring that out. That's the articulation part. I don't know if I'll probably attach the cape for some shots later, but I get it out so it doesn't get on my nerves, because it also conflicts with the tail in the back, which also likes to pop off. So now that we got that out of the way, holy crap, this face sculpt, I love it. You have the green eyes and the light blue hair. And the thing is, what I was saying earlier, you got this entire feline look. These eyes look more like a feline. I compare it to like Milior from Dark Days. Had like a lot more rounded. It looked more like a dog, and I feel like this looks more like a cat. Then you got the ears are not painted in, like the fluffy part in the middle over there is not painted. But I guess it's not supposed to be. You got the one braid with the ribbon coming down, and the long hair in the back, which also engineering on there is like, it looks pretty rough from the back. I don't know. It's just it works for the articulation, but what they did over here, it's just kind of weird. Now, also, is it just me, or are you also getting a little bit of a Saber vibe from the outfit? I mean, look at the shoulder pads, and obviously it's blue. I mean, for Milior it was pink, and this character is definitely blue, dabba-dee-dabba-die, but there is a lot of it on it, and just like with the shoulder pads and whatnot, it looks a little bit like Saber to me. You got all tied up in the back for a little bit more of a corset, and obviously the big boobies. This is a busty, curvy figure as I've ever seen one. Like, just Figma, one of the biggest booby Figmas, top 10. Maybe I'll do a list of that sometime, I don't know. Then we got nice gold metallic, that's another thing. You got a lot of blue, white, lots of matte tones, but then you got the metallic in the gold on the arm pad over here, and also the forearm pads. Forearm armor is a nice shiny metallic, makes it stand out that much more, and makes it look like armor. So I dig it. Got some more detail in her corset over here. I just call it a corset, but I don't know if it's not really. It's just a nice top, which also goes around her neck, I guess, but you don't want to see that because of the jacket. Then you have this entire piece, which is floaty and again conflicts with the tail. Watch out, you only have this small kind of hole in there. And like I was saying, the tail kept popping off. Heated it up a little bit, the plastic over there, got the tail in for now. I don't know if it will stick, but you have some more nice gold and more of the dark plates on the side. And did you notice anything? Yes, the color is clean. I didn't really see any problems with the paint. Even like the white lining on the darker blue is clean for the most part. There might be some little spots of bleeding here and there, but not much to complain about. Also, there's parts of a thong in there, which just goes up over there, and the hot pants. And that's really the thing with this figure, which I mentioned beforehand. You have like kind of like the armor look, saber, like just more traditional female warrior, I guess, in anime ways. But also, this part here, entire torso, is just like a casual clothing. And then we go back to armored boots, like big armored boots. Very nice and shiny with the metallic paint job on there. And she does have some high heels because, of course. And another white line in the back. And the tail, just wanted to show you that off. Which looks nice, and again, it's a cat. Now for your articulation, the head moves forward, does move to the back, does tilt side to side, just a little bit. And it does move, would go all the way around, but try not to force it too much. The collar over here, soft plastic. Did I rip it just up over there? No. It does have some room. Then for the hair, you have the big ball hinges in there. And like I'm saying, it just kind of looks weird. You have these strains go out, it is soft plastic. And it just kind of like floppy over there. I don't know, it's weird. Rotation in there and goes pretty much all the way down. You have enough hair, I guess, to not have any big gaps and still get some cool poses out of it, some action poses. So that's fine. Shoulder articulation, can rotate that around. As you can tell, the coat rotates with it without any trouble, so that's pretty good. Moves up, is blocked by the big shoulder pad, so we don't have anything for that. Then you got a swivel over here and another ball hinge in the elbow. Bring that one all the way up or down. Actually, let me bring that into position. You have more room on this side than you have on the other side, I feel like, yeah. Big hinge in the fist, back, forward, rotates all the way around. And then for your chest area, actually also very nice rotation. And it seems like this part of the top also is floaty. As you can tell, it just kind of moves around with it. Forward to the back and side to side. Then you have, as I mentioned, this is flowy, this is not connected anywhere, and the tail is just on the ball, but as I mentioned, it's already popped out a couple of times, so don't really want to move it around too much because I feel like it's very quick to disconnect, but you do have a little bit of motion, doesn't go all the way around, at least for that. Then you got, for your leg articulation, actually you got the lower part also. Well, no, now that I mentioned, I thought the lower part over here rotated also, but it's just freely rotating around. So there's no other articulation point under here. It's just there, which is what I'm saying. I was kind of confused about that. So, leg moves forward, leg moves out to the side, and doesn't really go to the back because obviously, kind of like Milior, it's a little bit blocked by the dress that goes down. Obviously this one, not as much, but you know, they didn't cut it up anyway. They didn't attach any ball hinges or whatnot, so you could rotate this out. Didn't do that. I mean, those are old Figmas. They really weren't doing that as much. Rotation also in the leg. Does that swivel? I feel like it does, or could just be the entire leg part that just goes around on the ball joint, so not sure about that. Then you got a ball hinge in the knee, which they do a good job by putting in a big ball hinge, but the armor is blocking it in the back. You have this piece which kind of rotates around with it. And then for the foot, goes forward, back, does tilt side to side, and that's pretty much it. For the accessories, the weaponry on this one is something to behold. Look at this axe, Jesus, something straight out of Soul Calibur. You got the nice gunmetal, like blue metallic, and the paint job on the detail over here is also very clean, and this is somewhat small. And actually they nailed it. Like, it doesn't bleed through to the black. I don't really see anything like that, so that's ridiculous actually. You got the green gem in the middle and some more blue gunmetal going on throughout the handle. This is like, seriously, if you're a Figma collector and you're looking for unique accessories, this kind of weaponry is what you are looking for, sirs and ma'ams. You got the blue handle on this one, and more gray and a lot more metallic and gold in the front part. Also some what seems to be, I don't know, I thought it was bunny ears, but I guess it's supposed to be feathers. It's weird. It's an axe with bunny ears, right? It's a bunny ear axe, and it's quite sharp all throughout it over there and over here, so be careful with that. Don't get cut, but yeah, just amazing. So I had to get that out of the way first. So then we got two holding hands and two open hands, really missing with the hands, and this holding hand doesn't have a hinge, so for the stability, I'm guessing for the big axe, this might not be strong enough, not stable enough, so you got one without a hinge. But that's all for the hands. Really just disappointing. Same thing with the face. You got one angry yelling face, but hey, at least you got this one. I mean, I recently had, I mentioned it a couple of times in certain reviews, and I recently had had this talk with you guys in the comments. Somebody mentioned how sometimes, you know, characters don't have angry yelling faces and it's hard to do battle poses. Sometimes you really need that. Anyway, then you have the emblem. I forgot the names. Then you have the Figma back and the Figma base, which has like a different arm over here. And the thing with this one, I can't really connect it right now. The thing is, this one, it's supposed to get around the cape as shown in the instructions, because the cape stands out. I mentioned that, so they did this extra for that, and that's cool. I mean, at least they follow that. And it's gonna bring me to the final thoughts, and just like with Meteor, I like this figure. I like this design. It's not cute, but it's badass, it's sexy. It has a cool armor. I like the blue, also blue hair. I like cats, the feline look. Definitely dig it. And the armory, the big axes, well, the giant axe and the smaller axe, both of them are really impressive. And the only things I can really complain about is the bit of a lack of faces, bit of a lack of hands, as it tends to be with these Figmas where you get big freaking weapons. They tend to kind of, you know, take off some parts in other things. But regardless of that, the figure still looks good, articulates well, and the paint job actually doesn't have any issues. Again, oh Payne, are you reviewing old Figmas? How's the paint? Well, very good. Oh Payne, are you reviewing new Figmas? How's the paint? Horrible. I don't make this stuff up. I don't want to make this stuff up, but yeah, that's where we are. Anyway, I do recommend this figure if you like design, if you like cool weapons. This is definitely something for you. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Leonmitchelli Galette de Rois wants. If I still don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but I've never seen the show.